Okay, I'm here with Shaun Campbell from the Arthur Wharton Foundation in Darlington. Do you want to tell us where we are, Shaun?
This is Feetham's. Feetham's was the original home of Darlington Football Club. It was formed in 1883. It's where Arthur played his football between 1883 and 1888, coming backwards and forwards, playing for various clubs in between and that kind of thing. Very historic ground, very sentimental for the people of Darlington. We're stood underneath the old tin shed, which has great sentimental value to the people of Darlington, who are now unfortunately playing in Bishop Auckland, and we'd very much like to see a return to Feetham's as some kind of sporting legacy in the name of Arthur.
Yeah, it's all a bit sad and a bit poignant, really, isn't it? I mean, just tell us about how you first found out about Arthur. Just tell us how you sort of first heard about him.
I was invited. I'm a musician and an artist, and I was asked to give a talk at Middlesbrough Town Hall for Black History Month on the history of black people and music. Whilst on stage talking about it, some guy shouted, "Play a Redemption song, Bob Marley." So I does a guitar, picked up the guitar, started playing a Redemption song. But once I started singing the song, there's a brochure on the floor and it had the name Arthur Wharton. And you know, like sometimes you see somebody's body language from a distance and you think, I reckon, is that so-and-so? It was one of those moments where I thought, sure, I've heard that name somewhere before. And so all the way through the song, I was just thinking, where the bloody hell have I heard that name? And then just at the end of the song, where you get your customary, you know, polite applause, I remembered it was a guy in Newton Aycliffe, about 4 years previous, had mentioned that the world's first black professional footballer played for Darlington, and I kind of dismissed it at the time. So I went back to my shop in Darlington, which is just a stone's throw actually away from here. I did a bit of research and could not, Howard, believe what I was reading. That this chap had been such a tremendous pioneer, trailblazer in multidisciplinary sports, not just in football, and that he'd been honoured obviously by Football Unites with the erection of a headstone and things like this. I was well aware of the work of what Football Unites did, and the likes of City of Westminster, Phil Vasili's book, Tony Wheal and Irving Welsh's involvement. And I thought, I've got to try and help put the cherry on the cake, because this has kind of gone quiet for a while. I started looking to see what recent news there was, and there wasn't any. So I thought, what can I do? And I thought, I'll paint a picture. So I just got this piece of wood, started painting. Some guy came in the shop and said, what's this? Told him that I'm paying a tribute to a great guy and blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, Northern Echo come in the shop. It's released the next day with a picture of the painting, and I've started a campaign, which I hadn't. And then I thought, well, in for a penny. This guy needs recognition, I'm in. And I immediately contacted Phil Vasili, met with him and Irving Welsh, contacted you, met with you and Prior Power on a couple of occasions, and just found out what the heck I could and thought, what can I do to raise awareness of Arthur Wharton? And that's always been my priority.
And just tell us what your idea was, your main idea then, Shaun.
Main idea was that, you know, when one considers the contributions of the overseas community to this country, we hear words from the BNP, the National Front, the English Defence League, all about what immigrants take from our community. I realised very, very quickly, actually, Howard, there's very, very little out there that celebrates what we contribute. And that includes a statue. One can go to many towns and cities in this country and see statues erected of British achievers and things like this. But none of them are of immigrant population. And I thought, well, what better way for the world's first professional black footballer, world's first 100-yard record holder, than to erect a statue in his honour? So my primary objective was focused purely on how many millions of people can I get to hear the name Arthur Wharton and understand his story. Second equation in that is, let's get a statue erected, and I'm very pleased today to say the full-scale statue is complete, it's in bronze. I'm not going to see it until it's unveiled. When that's going to be, I'm not sure, because goalposts have moved quite literally, but in a very good way. And it's a case of let's do it right, let's get all of the interested parties involved, work together to make it just a fabulous, fabulous unveiling.